I don't know exactly when things started to unravel in my marriage. There wasn't a big fight, no major betrayal, no sudden change that shook our foundation. If anything, it was the opposite. Everything was so steady, so routine, predictable, boring even. My husband is a good man. He's kind, faithful, works hard, and never forgets my birthday. He kisses me on the forehead before he leaves for work and always texts me if he's going to be late. From the outside, we look like the perfect couple. But inside, I've been dying a slow emotional death for years. I didn't realize how numb I'd become until someone else made me feel something again. It started with a man from work. We worked together on a project, and he complimented my ideas. That's all it took, one compliment. That's how deprived I was. My husband hadn't noticed my new haircut, my dress, or even asked me how my day was in weeks. But this man at work? He saw me. He laughed at my jokes. He flirted just enough that I could deny it if I needed to. And I did for a while. One night, we worked late. One drink became 3. We talked. I laughed, genuinely laughed in a way I hadn't in ages. And then, when he leaned in to kiss me, I let him. I didn't push him away. I didn't think of my husband. I just gave in. And later that night, I went home and pretended like everything was normal. I remember lying in bed next to my husband, the smell of another man's cologne still faint on my skin, and feeling sick to my stomach. I cried silently. I told myself it was a one-time mistake, that I was just lonely and vulnerable, that it didn't mean anything. But it did mean something. It meant that something in me had changed. That first affair ended after a few weeks. I felt too guilty, and I ghosted him. But the seed had been planted. I realized that part of me, a part one didn't even know existed, liked the thrill, liked being desired, liked stepping outside the lines of my carefully planned life. Over the next 2 years, there were 2 more affairs. One was a guy I met at a conference in another city. We texted for weeks before we met again. It was like a fantasy. He didn't know I was married at first. When he found out, he was angry, but not angry enough to stop. We saw each other 3 more times before he ended it. Said he couldn't handle the guilt. I told him I understood, but secretly I was devastated. The third was more recent. He's younger than me. More reckless. I think he likes that I'm taken. It makes it more exciting for him. For me too. It's hard to describe the dual life I lead. I wake up, make breakfast, smile at my husband, and ask him about his day. I schedule vet appointments, do the grocery shopping, and attend family dinners. I wear my wedding ring and post anniversary pictures on Facebook. Meanwhile, I'm messaging another man on a second phone, sending pictures, making excuses, meeting in hotel rooms. I know what you're thinking, that I'm a monster, that I'm selfish. And you're right. I am. But that's not all I am. I'm also someone who feels invisible in her own home, who screamed inside her head while folding laundry and thought, is this it? Is this my life forever? I'm someone who's begged silently for affection from a husband who loves me in theory, but doesn't see me anymore. He assumes everything's fine because I don't complain. But how do you complain about something that's not technically wrong, just empty? I've tried to reignite things with him. I've suggested date nights, weekends away, even therapy. He always agrees, but nothing sticks. The spark is gone. I don't even know if we ever had one, or if I was just young and hopeful and mistook comfort for love. Sometimes I fantasize about leaving, about telling him everything and walking away from the lie I'm living. But then I think about our house, our families, the history, and honestly, I'm afraid. Afraid of being alone. Afraid of destroying his heart. He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve me either. At least, not this version of me. I hate that I've become this person. I hate that I'm capable of such deception. But I can't lie, I enjoy it. I enjoy the way I feel when a new man looks at me like I'm something special. Like I'm not just someone's wife or someone's mother. I enjoy the anticipation, the secrets, the adrenaline rush. And then, of course, the crash afterward. The guilt always comes, but it's quieter now. Familiar. Maybe this is some sort of self-destruction. Maybe I'm just trying to feel something, anything, in a life that's become too numb, too still. Maybe one day I'll get caught. Or maybe one day I'll finally walk away before that happens. But for now, I'm still here. Still pretending. Still smiling across the dinner table while thinking about someone else's hands on my skin. And I hate to admit it, but I don't want to stop. Not yet.